Hi, I'm Eve, and I'm happy that you've decided to take the next 30 minutes for this restorative practice. It won't take much of your time, but it will make a big difference in your day. If you do it before you go to sleep, you'll have a more restful night's sleep. If you choose to do it during the day, you'll leave the practice feeling more restored, refreshed, and ready to take on whatever's next. You don't necessarily need a yoga mat if you have a clean spot on the floor, and you'll just need a couple of pillows, maybe from your bed, maybe from the couch, and you could use a folded blanket. So let's get into it by starting in a seated position on the floor. Settle into a comfortable seat, either cross-legged or kneeling, sitting on a pillow to bring your hips above your knees. Feel your sits bones making contact with the earth, your feet and legs on the earth, your hands on your lap, and soften into those points of contact, giving even just 1% more of your weight to the earth, allowing yourself to settle in. And feel your back body in space, and your front body in space. And feel your whole body in space. Soften your belly and start to draw your breath down into your belly so your belly expands on the inhale and draws back in toward your spine on the exhale. Keep deepening your breath. Take a nice deep breath in. Hold it in at the top for a moment, and then slowly let it out through your mouth. Return back to your natural breath and take a moment just to feel. Bring your hands to heart center in a prayer position and allow a word to come to your mind to anchor you throughout your practice. It could be a word like open, soft, allow. And when your word comes to your mind, just breathe into it. You can release your hands down. And we'll get ready for our first pose. So take hold of a couple of pillows. If you're using a bed pillow, you'll place it lengthwise under your spine and then place 1 or 2 pillows on top of it. You'll see I've placed that second pillow at an angle, and you'll just sit right in front of the pillows, bringing the soles of the feet together, allowing the knees to drop out, and slowly lie down onto the pillows. I like to take that top pillow and squish it a bit and place it right underneath the base of my skull so it cradles my head. And you can release your arms out to the sides in a T position, or by the sides of your body if that's more comfortable. And if having your legs in this position puts a strain on your knees, you can place a couple of pillows underneath your knees for extra support. Now, as you settle in here for your first restorative pose, it can be helpful to take a few big breaths and take a nice long, slow exhale. So take a deep belly breath in. Hold it in at the top for just a moment. And seeing if you can make the exhale longer than the inhale, very slowly let the breath out. Do that a couple more times on your own. And as you breathe out, really focus on the letting go. Letting go of whatever has been on your mind. Letting go of tension in your body. Just allowing yourself to settle in. Allowing yourself to feel supported. Sinking into that support. nothing to do here but just be. If at any point in this practice you find your mind is wandering, either bring your attention back to the word you chose, giving yourself a moment to embody that word as you lie here, or bring your attention back to the sensation and rhythm of your breath. Scan your body to notice where you could let go a little bit more. Notice, are you trying to hold your body together? See if you can give even just 1% more of your weight to the earth. Where in your body could you soften even more? Begin to deepen your breath. And keeping your eyes closed or softly gazing on the ground, roll off to your side, tuck your chin in as you press into the ground and rise up. Take a moment just to feel, to notice the echo of the pose in your body. Now move all but one pillow off to the side. Go ahead and lie down on the ground on your right side. And place the pillow between your knees, bringing your knees to a 90-degree angle, and keeping your right shoulder rooted on the earth, roll onto your back, bringing your arms into a wide T position, and turning your head in the opposite direction of your knees if that's comfortable for your neck. If when you keep the back of both shoulders rooted on the earth, your knees want to come up, you can place another pillow underneath your knees. Now take a deep breath in and a long breath out, settling into this shape. And just beginning to scan your body for any areas of tension. Just scanning without judgment. Whatever you feel is not good or bad, right or wrong, it just is. Just noticing where you're holding tension and inviting a little more softness into those areas. Checking in with the whole face, the jaw, the shoulders, belly, hips, allowing for a little more warmth and softness in the body. Anytime your mind wanders, you can bring it back to your breath or to the word you chose at the beginning of class. Slowly bring the legs back to center, perhaps bringing the pillow onto your belly, and rest on your back for a moment, just noticing what you feel. And now roll onto your left side. I'm getting up here, but you can just roll onto your side. So same setup here, bringing the pillow between your knees. Knees at 90-degree angle. And rolling onto your back. And again, if when you root both shoulders down, the knees want to come up, you can place another pillow under the knees. In restorative yoga, there's nothing much for you to do, which can be hard for some of us, especially if we're used to always accomplishing and don't have a regular relaxation practice. In restorative yoga, we allow gravity and props like blankets and pillows to do the work for us. So see if you can allow your body to be held by the earth and ease your mind into the shape of the pose, as if there's nothing in this moment but your body in this shape, supported by the earth. Notice if you sense you're trying to do something, trying to feel a certain way, think a certain way, breathe a certain way. Can you let yourself truly just be? Before you come out of the pose, bring awareness to the parts of your body you'll be moving to come onto your back, feeling into your legs, your abdomen. just sensing into those parts of the body. And then bring the legs back up, coming onto your back and resting for a moment. And rolling onto your side and coming back up. For this next pose, you might want 1 pillow, 2 pillows, or no pillows. We're going to come into a wide knee child's pose. You could come into this from a tabletop position on all fours, or just sit with your knees wide and your toes together. Place the pillow in front of you if you're going to use one, and walk your hands forward, draping your torso over the pillow. If you want a deeper stretch, you can do this without any pillows. And we want the weight back in the hips, not in the knees, so if you find the weight is in your knees and your hips are up in the air, you might like to place an extra pillow or stack your fists underneath your forehead. Take a moment just to set yourself up and make sure you feel comfortable and supported. And when you're ready, take a couple of long, slow, deep breaths to help you settle in. See if you can find one part of your body that feels soft and open, and see if you can allow that sensation to spread through your whole body. Not trying to make it happen, just allowing. And if your head was turned to one side, you can now turn it to the other side. If you're a visual person, you could also visualize a color attached to that soft and open sensation and see that color moving through your body, spreading those sensations of softness and openness. And offer yourself an invitation to surrender a little more of your weight to the earth. Soften into the support of the earth. Soften your body into the moment. And soften the space between your brows, imagining that space could get wider and softer. Take your time as you slowly press into the ground to rise back up to a seated position, and pause at the top just to feel, to notice the echo of the pose in your body. Now place the pillow off to the side and shuffle your way over to a wall for legs up the wall pose. You'll start by placing your left hip as close to the wall as you can, and then you will swing your legs up against the wall. And then you can place your hands on your belly. Having your legs up a wall facilitates the return of blood back to the heart, and it helps to drain lymph from the legs. You can allow this moment to be a little meditation on your breath, feeling the rise and fall of your belly underneath your hands. Perhaps just the sensation is enough to anchor you, or you might say to yourself, in as you breathe in, and out as you breathe out, or rising as your belly fills and falling as you breathe out. Just meditating on the natural rhythm of your breath. Connecting with the breath is a great way to stay in the present moment, because the breath is not happening in the past or in the future, it's happening now. Breathing in and breathing out. Not judging your mind if it wanders, but just gently bringing your attention back to your breath again and again, either to the sensation of your breath or just the rhythm of your breath. Gently deepening your breath in the last few moments of the pose. And slowly slide your legs down and come to a seated position. Take hold of a pillow or a blanket or anything you'd like for Shavasana. Come back to your mat or a place on the floor where it will feel comfortable for you to lie down. If you'd like, you can place a pillow underneath your knees, or you could take a pillow or a folded blanket on your belly, or maybe a blanket over your whole body. And take a moment now to get yourself really comfortable for our final pose. You might flex and point the feet a few times, make any movements that feel good, and then settle in. And bring your awareness to the crown of your head, and allow the crown of your head to soften. And allow that softness to spread down your face, your jaw, allowing the tongue to be heavy, softening your throat and neck, shoulders, arms and hands, softening your chest, upper back, belly, hips, pelvic floor, glutes, softening upper legs, knees, lower legs, and feet. Feeling your whole back body heavy and sinking into the earth. Your whole front body soft and open, allowing yourself to feel held, giving even just 1% more of your weight to the earth. And now I'll give you these few minutes of silence to just let yourself rest and let yourself be. Begin to deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes. Perhaps stretch your arms up overhead and roll over onto your side into a fetal position. Just rest there for a moment. With your eyes closed or gazing on the floor, come back up to a seated position and make yourself as comfortable as you're able. And just take a moment just to feel, to notice what you feel in your body. Notice thoughts moving through your mind. and notice how your breath is moving within the current container of your body and mind. Just take this short moment to feel the effects of your practice on your body and mind and breath. Bring your hands to heart center, bowing your head to the wisdom of your heart and the wisdom of your body. And honor yourself for showing up for this practice today, knowing that taking this time for yourself has a great impact on all those you come into contact with.